Da, da, da,
Whoa.
Rob is still here, and we were talking about Smash. Because Tilt Attack is pretty good.
But this isn't a Smash podcast, Bob. Hey.
Very true.
So last week we said it was probably week 14, but that was week 13, and now we're in week 14.
God damn it. We're bad at math. Or really counting.
Listen, I'm very bad at math. I took algebra like 4 times, and I don't think I passed it still.
Wait, algebra? Really?
Like, in high school, I had like a really bad grade in algebra. I had to take like dumb kid algebra, and then I got a C. And then in community college, they were like, all right, here's your test. And I did bad in algebra. They're like, oh, you got to take that again. And then I did bad again. And then I took another class and got like a C again. And then they're like, all right, time for your next math. And I was like, I'm just going to go make videos on the internet.
Never do math again. Videos don't need math.
Yeah, they said I'd never need it, but I mean, here we are. I'm messing up the weeks.
I've got this handy dandy button on the top right hand side of my keyboard, and it just opens up the calculator for me. That's all the math I'll ever do is on that fucking calculator.
Wow,
baby.
Look at Mr. Moneybags over here with his fancy keyboard.
I use my math to figure out how much money I'm making.
Yeah. Well, as the resident half Chinese guy here, I could not corroborate Krendor's last week number count because I was too mad about something, I'm sure.
Probably the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
the Bucs won last week. They didn't win. They didn't win this week though.
Oh wait, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But our teams did. Well, let's start with the Buccaneers because why not? So Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost to the Saints, which we all knew they weren't going to beat the Saints twice in a season. Come on.
Although, I mean, it looked pretty close for a while.
Yeah, for a while. But so does a lot of games.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, Coach, you see here, first off, I'm trying not to die.
Okay.
Secondly, the video is playing way too loud. And thirdly, Bucs look good. First half, 14-3, no problem at all. And then, then we just couldn't finish eating that W.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look. I'm trying to not actually die.
It's the Bucs disease. It gets you.
Dude, no.
By week 14, you're dead.
No, I put a breath mint in, and it like sort of halfway went down the wrong pipe. And I'm like,
I see.
But really, it's just a metaphor, Coach, of how this game was. Like, halfway into the game, the Bucs were okay. And then the second half, they started slowly choking on saliva until they were called to the microphone, and then they just weren't ready for it.
I heard Jameis Winston yelled at his lineman or something.
Yeah,
that happened.
Yep, he was upset with the blocking. They didn't get the memo that they actually were supposed to use Uber and not Lyft that day.
There it is.
And that upset Winston. But look, Jameis Winston had better stats than Drew Brees. As far as yards and touchdowns are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
true.
The dude only completed 18 out of basically 40 passes, which is not very good, Coach.
No, that's not. That's below 50%.
Yeah.
Hey, the math. Look at that.
There it is. Look at this math coming in.
He didn't have to use his calculator.
I know. That's amazing.
But I'm convinced that Dirk Koetter has Cameron Brate on his fantasy team because he only caught 2 receptions and they were targeted 4 times. 2 of them were for touchdown.
Well,
wow, yeah. Well, I mean, let's see.
Yeah,
Mike
the Bucs,
Evans had
the Bucs
4.
were not gonna win this game. I mean, I only picked them just because if it was any other team than the Saints, I would have absolutely picked them over the Bucs.
Yeah.
But I can't justify picking the Saints over them just because it's the Saints.
I'll say after the first half, it was looking like damn NFL defenses figured out the Saints after what the Cowboys did to them. And but I mean, I think I didn't watch the game in full, but looking from the box score, like if I'm only looking at the box score here, that screams Sean Payton's a better coach. That's what that looks like to me, right? Like that's like, Tampa Bay scoring in the first half, they get a lead, and then nothing, and then the Saints score a shit ton in the second half. That sounds like that usually that's like a Bill Belichick box score.
Yeah, that's the like, hey, this guy on their team isn't covering well. Let's just attack him, and then they do, and then it's like, bam,
that's
they
it,
blow
game
up.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the Bucs, for credit where credit's due, they did give the Saints the only loss that they have up until Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bucs they've always played the Saints like super hard. I mean, it goes for any divisional game really, but the NFC South is especially like vicious towards each other, especially when it comes to Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But I mean, like I said, they did look really good. I had all faith that we were going to be okay until it wasn't okay.
We weren't okay.
Yeah. The second half, you put up 2 goose eggs, coach. You're not going to win many games with that. Fortunately.
It's like they had 14 carries, 42 yards. Peyton Barber, Rodgers, 16 yards, 4 carries. Winston, 5 carries, 47 yards. It feels like they need an offensive line. They need like another wide receiver, and they need more defense.
Yeah, I really hope that
back.
They just like get rid of our quarterback.
Yeah, and a QB. I think.
Yeah, the QB. Well, the problem is like they're kind of stuck in that weird sports mediocrity where you're not bad enough to get a top 5 pick or something, but you're not good enough to like get to the playoffs, and so you just sit there being like, we win sometimes. And it's like, it's either got to blow it up or just hope
we win enough. We win enough not to get any exciting draft pick, and we draft kickers in the second round when we do, coach. So I mean, it all works out in the end. So
same time you could have taken Derwin James. But
thanks for reminding me. I mean,
there you go.
All right. Yeah.
The thing is about the second round kicker is like, immediately everybody's going to shit on them, right? Because nobody takes the kicker in the second round. But then if that kicker is as good as his college record said it was, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he's like Adam Vinatieri, plays for 25 years.
Yeah.
It's not a bad pick. But then he was also bad.
That's the problem.
He was off the team in like a year.
That's the biggest problem, is that he was bad. Because I mean, if you get your kicker for the future, like, bam, like look at how many teams need kickers and how many games come down to a field goal and stuff
especially
like that.
This year. Yeah,
and,
especially this year.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but he actually missed a 46-yarder in the second half or the first half. Coach. Our kicker missed a 46-yard field goal, coach.
Cairo Santos was on the Jets earlier this year, and we cut him for Jason Myers. Who's
thanks for giving him to us, Rob.
Don't you guys also have? Didn't you guys have Catanzaro earlier too? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I don't think so.
Okay,
they may have. Look, I don't watch the Buccaneers. I don't care about them anymore.
Well,
I mean, I do, but I don't.
Yeah, it's
speaking of, I don't know what I'm speaking of. Let's go to the Jets.
All right, good segue. I like that. That's how we're host around here, Mr.
Just throw it to the Jets.
The Jets won.
Yeah, we did. We won. You know what? Like, I usually come in, shit on the Jets. There's a lot of things that I could shit on the Jets for, but I'll tell you what, feels good to get a win. I don't even care. You know what? I don't even care about a bad draft pick. I got to watch Sam Darnold. I don't know if you guys saw it, by the way. Did you guys see the highlight play? Oh yeah, I linked it in the chat. But
I mean, saw it.
It was incredible, right? I mean, that's a fucking great. That's a great play. Like getting to watch Sam Darnold do that is, it's worth it. It's worth losing the draft pick, because you know what? If we had lost this week, because the Niners and the and the Raiders both won. Yeah. If we had lost this week, we would have had the number 1 pick going into next week. But so because we also won, we dropped from 3 to 5. But fuck it, I don't care. Like I want to see. I said it last week. This season is about hope. That gave me hope. So you're basically Obama this season. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I do want change at the Jets. Very bad.
It's a glimpse into the future. Like you're seeing him make that play in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, because and especially plays like that. And I've been talking about it all year, right? I mean, like the plays where it's just like, oh, he's throwing it away, or there's no way that's even in that play when that first happened and he threw it, I was like, oh, it's another pick. And then like Robbie Anderson stands up with the ball, and I'm just like, what? How did he do? And that is why, like, I am actually very excited about Sam Darnold, because the other stuff that he has issues with, like most of his interceptions this year, besides, the ones that are not his fault, tip drill stuff, like they're decision making issues, right? And a good coach can fix that. A good coach can fix bad decision making.
Yeah.
The kind of touchdown that he threw in that game, that's just instinct. There's no, like, you can't really coach that. They try a little bit. I mean, they do bits and pieces, but I know specifically Pat Mahomes, like they do practice like broken plays, like a lot of teams practice broken plays, but that kind of natural ability, that natural instinct to go and fucking complete that touchdown is something that's just it's considered uncoachable, and for good reason, I think. I mean, you're never going to teach Alex Smith or you're never going to teach Colt McCoy or somebody. I keep accidentally mentioning people who can run well.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me like Brett Favre, where he just like pulls shit out of his ass. Just like, hey, I'm gonna flip the ball. I'm gonna run over here. Like,
I'm gonna fucking do something crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's
just
exciting.
instinct.
And now, yes, sir, go on.
No, I was gonna say we can't mention that game without mentioning Josh Allen.
Hey, dude,
because he had a pretty impressive game outside of the 2 interceptions. One of them I don't think was really his fault, but his rushing ability is quite impressive. I mean, and he even hurdled a man this season.
He did hurdle a man.
I'll tell you what, I've said this throughout the weeks of the podcast too. I was a big Allen detractor previous to the draft. I didn't think he had the accuracy to throw. Now, largely, he's proven me right about that. But I completely underestimated his ability to run. I mean, he's going off every week with these runs. I mean, he looks like Cam Newton
101 yards and a touchdown.
He actually, with this 100-yard game that he just had, he broke a Michael Vick record for rushing of like consecutive 100-yard games. That's crazy. That's some wild shit, man.
Yeah. And I mean,
he looks like Cam Newton out there.
If they can improve their offensive line, get them like another wide receiver, and then like LaShawn McCoy stays healthy, like they could be a legit offense.
Get him a couple of tires, attach it to some trees, have him grow through some holes,
Yeah.
I mean, like it makes like seeing his physical talent, like because he's got raw physical ability that is largely unmatched by a lot of people in the NFL, especially in the quarterback position. And I'll tell you what, if they can hone that, I understand why they took that pick. If they can manage to make him a competent thrower of the football, I mean, the guy's going to be a star.
As opposed to throwing of like another type of ball.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's yeah. And so I do want to just for a short second shit on the Jets a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, Sam won in spite of the coaching staff. Because we were also painfully conservative, although we did go for it on 4th down.
Whoa.
Oh my God, we did it. We went for it on 4th down and we scored a fucking touchdown on it, and it was awesome.
It's like a whole new game.
It's just because, you see any team, they're on 4th and 1 or 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. And our team kicks field goals there for some reason. I don't know why, but we do. So it feels real good to do it. But and again, it's sort of the same issue that I had with this coaching staff all year with Darnold. They are so conservative with him that he threw 6 passes. 6 in the entire first half. Now, granted, he was injured for a series, which, by the way, we started off the game with which. Sorry, I got a lot of thoughts going through my head right now.
Dude,
but,
you can calm down.
Yeah, I gotta dial it in here. But most teams script their first drives. I'm assuming that we script our first drive. Mm-hmm. You know what our scripted first drive was? Run, penalty, run, quarterback keeper run. It's just, it blows my fucking mind. Let the fucking kid throw. Did you see the touchdown that he did? Let him throw the ball, man. Let him throw it. Yeah,
I'm more impressed that you have play-by-play memory of an entire quarter.
I remember it very specifically because of the deep-seated rage that I had at Jeremy Bates and our offense.
I think that they estimated that Darnold ran like 36 or 46 yards for that
46.8,
yeah. That was pretty hilarious.
Was it worth running it with Elijah McGuire? Like, I don't think I've heard of Elijah McGuire.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty happy that they ran him a lot today because we drafted him last season and we just didn't use him. And then we have him on the team this season and we're just not using him. And, you know, there's a lot of people on the Jets subreddit specifically that are like, man, look at the team that Mac assembled, our GM. People are really shitting on Mac right now. And whatever, I don't care if he gets fired this year. It doesn't matter to me. But they're just like, look at the team he assembled. Look at the GM's win rate. I was like, motherfucker, it's the GM. He's not winning games for us. He's getting players. If they don't play, look, if Bill Belichick didn't play Tom Brady, then guess what? He doesn't become the fucking greatest of all time. It doesn't matter who drafted him. You know, I'm just, you know, it just blows my mind. But yeah, we have a couple of guys on the team that just like literally just don't get looks at all. So I'm happy that he did get a look. He didn't look amazing, but on a couple of runs, he was quite good. Like he had one 34-yard run, which was nice.
Yeah.
And a touchdown.
For the record, Rob was alone picking the Jets, and I was alone picking the Bucs.
The first time that's ever succeeded for me.
Good job.
I can't believe it worked.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to my Green Bay Packer game of the year.
How about those Green Bay Packers,
guys,
the newly liberated first fresh game of the season for you guys?
We scored the most points we have scored all season.
Yep.
Now, you may say it's
jealous,
because the Falcons' defense is bad, which it is.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. We've played plenty of bad teams and not scored against them. Also, Aaron Jones, 17 carries. That's over 15 carries. Book it, count it, write it down. 78 yards, a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdowns, 196 yards. He's pretty accurate. Vontae Adams looked good. Randall Cobb came back, made some plays, got a touchdown. Our defense wasn't terrible. We actually got a pick from Bashad Breeland, who looked pretty good. I mean,
see something
overall,
on the stat sheet. Deshaun Kaiser, 1 carry, -1 yards. What's that about?
He knelt the ball.
Oh, okay. All right.
He took the knee.
You can kneel the ball. Right? You can knee it too if you want.
That
but
happens.
It might be called a fumble.
But it was kind of a shit show. The first drive, Falcons got a touchdown, went up 7-0, and then our Joe Philbin coach challenged twice on the first drive, which I think one of those should have been overturned. The other one was kind of hard to tell, and then after that, we just like started rolling, and Matt Ryan was like screaming on the sidelines. I felt bad for him because they have like a similar situation where like they just can't win, and they're just like falling apart. They got so many injuries, but I don't care because we've now won and pulled ahead of them. And all right, now not to go crazy, okay? Not to go crazy.
Here
but
we go. I'm ready for
Packers win out. Redskins lose one. All right, that's easy. They don't even have a quarterback.
Do that, yeah.
All right.
Eagles lose one. They play the Rams and the Texans. They're gonna lose one.
All right.
Panthers lose one. Panthers play the Saints twice. They're gonna lose one.
Oh yeah.
And the big thing, the Vikings lose 2. They play the Dolphins, the Lions, and the Bears. So I think they can do it. Overall, we can make the playoffs. That's the thing. We can make the playoffs. Hope is alive.
Yeah, but you have to win out, and Jets and Lions will be easy for you, but Bears.
Well, that's the thing. This is the biggest game, the Bears game. If we beat the Bears, I'm like, we're gonna do this. If we lose to the Bears, I'm like, all right, we're not good enough. So it all just comes down to this week. But I now have faith because we actually have no Mike McCarthy. We had 2 timeouts in the fourth quarter for I think the first time in forever. It was amazing.
I mean, the Packers looked like they had like little gleams of the old Packers, the ones that were like from 2-3 seasons ago, where they just seem like every time they get the ball, they could drive down the field and not be stopped at all.
Yeah. Well, the thing was it was the energy was just different. Like it was almost like a weight was off their shoulders, and I think everybody kind of knew that was going to happen. But it was so good to just watch it.
Because I did watch part of that game because obviously it was the Falcons, so NFC South and all that stuff. But there was one player in particular who definitely looked different, and who was not named Aaron Rodgers. That was Devontae Adams. He looked like he was completely regenerized, like reinvigorated for the game.
Yeah, Adams has been
a monster game.
He's been like a top 10 wide receiver, if not higher. Like he's been really good.
He's balling out this year. I mean, he's got like his yardage numbers aren't like amazing, but his touchdowns and receptions are insane. There's 92. There's 3 games to play on receptions, and he's got 12 touchdowns already.
Yeah,
I mean, he was I don't know, like Coach was saying, it just seemed like everyone was all fired up, but Devontae Adams especially was a little bit more animated than I think I've ever seen him for this game. He was on fire.
We've had so many wide receiver injuries. Like Allison got injured, Cobb was injured, so he's just had the rookie wide receivers, and so he's kind of relied on Adams a bit more because of that, because he's like the only veteran then. So that's kind of been the thing. But now with Cobb back, that's helping a little bit. So I think if they can just stay healthy, they'll be okay. But hey, I'm all aboard the hype train. I'm ready. Plus, we play the Bears next week, and guess what? Chicago's best slot corner, Bryce Callahan, has broken his foot. The stars are aligning.
That's rough.
This is it. Super Bowl. We're going.
You heard it. He said the big S. You heard it, Rob. You heard it.
Going all the way. Here it is.
He's doing it.
Coach Crendor.
Aaron Rodgers magic. He's our coach now. All faith.
Can I just say, as a fan of a team with a lame duck head coach,
right?
2 coaches have been fired so far this season. Both teams, the first game coming out of that firing, best game of the season. I want to burn. I just want to burn the Jets facility down. I just want to burn it all down. Please, God.
Yeah.
Again, sounding like every Jets fan that's ever Jets before.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Sometimes
we've got good reason for it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's like, I can see why you don't fire a coach, but other times it's like, come on, just you got to do it.
I mean, McCarthy had to go. Like he had to go.
I feel like if Bill Belichick, 2 or 3 years from now, Tom Brady's gone, and all of a sudden, the Patriots are like 1-15 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not firing him till the end of the season.
No,
and they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But like,
this is my bold prediction, and I don't know if it's probably been said before, but I think Belichick is done when Brady is done.
I think you're right.
I don't think Belichick will want to coach anyone else with quarterback there. I honestly don't think he will. I think that he will retire when Brady retires.
He's pushing 70 now. Like he might be out before Brady.
And he doesn't need to prove anything else. He's just doing it for the love of the game at this point. Well, that and the fact that he's got the best quarterback of all time still playing with him. But
I mean, he could always be a general manager or something. Like he could do another role.
Oh yeah, if he did that, oh my god,
dude, yeah, I would love to have Belichick as a GM. Holy smokes, but
he's crazy.
He won't even say the word Tampa, let alone come coach there. So,
no. Hey, speaking of the Patriots, how about that loss?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, too bad. I don't know where Bear is.
I'm assuming probably he didn't want to come on. Yeah, for this because of that.
Well, I mean, he hasn't said anything in our chat in 2 weeks almost. So
yeah. Well, the thing was that play. I almost had a feeling it was going to happen, but I also have that kind of crazy mentality of something crazy is going to happen. so when it does happen, 1 every 100 times, I'm like, I knew it.
Spoken like a true hypochondriac, coach.
Yeah. So they probably wouldn't have gotten that off if Gronk wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Why was he stumbled?
All right. So I want to talk to people about this. Because here's the thing. Everybody's shitting on Bill Belichick what the fuck was he thinking putting Gronk out there?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. They do this all the time. This is almost every game when a Hail Mary is going to be attempted. Because
Hail Mary.
Yeah, because he's part of the hands team. He can catch the ball. He can catch a Hail Mary, and he's huge. It just happened to be that the play ended up in a miraculous lateral that literally has succeeded in the NFL like maybe 3 times in the entire history of the sport. So like, you know, in this case, yes, it was stupid because he obviously can't tackle. But I mean, you know, I don't know. This
is my analysis of that play with speaking specifically of Gronk, because I mean we all know the reason to have him on the field. That's not what I'm.
Yeah,
it's not really what I have a problem with. What I have a problem with is how is he so far back that he's not in position to hit that pursuit angle? I'm more faulting Gronk than anything on this, because yes, he did slip, but I believe that he slipped because he was not either paying attention or he wasn't ready for the possibility of the ball being run that way.
Yeah,
you see him stumble. I mean,
far Hail Mary.
You can see him. You can see him stumble. Like there's no arguing that. Like I'm not faulting him for that. But what I am faulting for is I don't believe that he was actually either paying attention to where the ball was, couldn't see it, or he just was out of position. Like he just wasn't prepared for it. Because he was so far. He was at the 10-yard line when that ball was going towards him, and then he stumbled because he realized he was probably not going to make it.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like, I mean, there's one I think valid criticism to why was he on the field, or what one valid tenet of that argument is that Ryan Tannehill's not going to bomb at 80 yards. You know, you don't like they're probably most likely they're going to be going for a lateral type play. Like that's going to be the most likely scenario. So Gronk doesn't really need to be there.
Well, that's what Crendor just got done saying too. Is that he was on, like, it's not like they're going to bomb it out like 80 yards, like you said. Yeah. I mean, it just didn't, it didn't make sense to have him all the way back there if they knew that it wasn't going to be like anything other than a lateral. You know, so that, I don't know. I still fault the fact that Gronk was in position. He needs to be the man there. It doesn't matter what kind of play that they're running. You got to be ready to go for that tackle, because you're literally the last line of defense with that going in the end zone. So and I know Belichick already took credit for the he took the fall for all this stuff, because it does. I mean, in the end, it does start with a head coach, but it's hard for me to be super down on him when I do feel that Gronk sort of dropped the ball there. But I also do, like you were saying, question as to why Gronk was there in the first place, that they weren't expecting Tannehill to just throw it out like, 80 yards in the air.
Here's the thing. The reality of this is that 99.9% of the time, it doesn't matter whether Gronk's on the field or whether he's not in these lateral plays. They never work. So it's like yes, like if we could retroactively go back and min-max it, we wouldn't put Gronk there.
Well, yeah, we're all armchair quarterback coaches.
Yeah, exactly. But like these lateral plays, I'm not kidding. They really do not. I want to find the stat of how many successful lateral touchdowns.
I think that we've all watched football. I think we know that they don't.
Yeah. Well, they don't work enough to where when they do work, it's like a crazy scenario, like the Music City Miracle type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the famous Saints one where they finally do it, and then the kicker who never misses a kick.
That's the point.
No.
Oh, that was a glorious game.
Oh man.
For the record, everyone picked the Patriots, obviously.
Yeah. But hey, the Dolphins are 7-6 now.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Surprisingly.
Look at fucking Tannehill's stat line. I'm telling you.
14-19, 3 TDs, 265 yards. Like, pretty good for only 19 passes.
I mean, the main issue with Ryan Tannehill, outside of somewhat pedestrian stats over the years, is that he gets injured. That's it.
Yeah,
that's his issue. Is he gets injured. I mean, he was injured a lot of the time this year, but he's a very competent QB. And people shit on him, and I don't think he deserves to be shit on as much as he does. As much as the shit he gets. But also we failed to mention last week, but the Patriots have a very bad record against the Dolphins. The Dolphins typically they win these games against the Patriots. They play them hard.
Yeah, a friend of mine's a huge Patriots fan, and he said I don't know, something about Miami does not matter where we play them. We always somehow find a way to lose. I'm like, but even if you lose, you're still the Patriots, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, man, is like the Patriots always seem to be this team that like the cruel, like the foul black magic of Belichick comes back and turns around against him, like overcharges and flows over into the other team. Like I don't know. This happens all the goddamn time with them, man.
Well, hey, I mean, people hate a loser, but they also hate a winner. So
Yeah.
so it's like the Yankees mentality, basically.
It's just it's another one of those things where like they're gonna be there at the end in the playoffs. Just lurking.
They should take it as a compliment because everyone knows that like you say the Patriots and they're just automatically associated with the word good.
Yeah.
So I mean, since Bear's not here, I get to say this on behalf of all of my AFC East brethren. Good on you, Fish. Fuck the Pats.
There it is.
Very nice. There it is.
And then we go to the best win of the week, Coach. Win of the week, the Cleveland Browns and my lock. Taking down the Panthers. Go Browns.
Oh, dude. Go Brownies.
Hell yeah, dude. Baker Mayfield, 18 of 22, 238 yards, and a TD.
He's
a crazy
world beaters.
He's a
world beaters.
Yeah. Nick Chubb going off.
I was so freaking stoked to watch this game. And then when I realized that they were going to win, I said, I'm going to look like the smartest genius that's ever geniused before because I locked it in. It was my lock.
You did lock it in.
Yeah.
And I knew that the Browns could do it. I knew they could.
The thing is, like, the Panthers, is that 6 in a row they've lost?
Yeah.
I believe it is. Yes. Let me double check that for you.
4, 5.
5 in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
They're up against the Saints next week.
Yeah. They have Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
And really that's about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is. They're just. I think they're beat up. They're injured. Cam Newton's shoulder is definitely not good.
Yeah.
And they just. In fact, I don't even know if I'd start Cam Newton anymore if he keeps playing like that. Like, you might as well just go with Heineke or Hinkie or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no reason.
I was fine with everything that I saw, but I will say that McCaffrey, when he gets going, he is scary. But that's also like the only offense that they have.
Yeah, it really is.
Their receiving core is just not that great at all. But on the flip side, over the Browns, Nick Chubb again showing that he is an absolute stud. And is going to be incredible next year. I mean, I never thought in this lifetime or the next that I'd ever be excited to watch a Browns game, but man, I was just stoked to see this game. It was great.
And I've been tooting this horn all season long too. I fucking love Baker Mayfield, man. I really do. I said it pre-draft. I said it once he was drafted. I've been saying it all year. I think the Browns got the best QB. And again, time will tell. And I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Sam Darnold's that much better. But I tell you, from what I have seen, especially with this year playing in the league, how can you say they didn't? They picked the right guy. They finally did it. They finally picked the right guy.
Hey, Coach Crendor.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite stat is at the end of this past week after everything is said and done?
What is it?
The Browns have a better record than the Bucs. 5-7-1, Coach. 5-7-1. The Bucs are worse than the Browns. It's great.
Not only do they have a better record than a lot of teams in football right now, but here's a fun stat I read earlier. The Browns have now won as many games without Hugh Jackson as they did the entire time he was
with Hugh
there.
Jackson.
2.5 years.
And
they did it in a couple of weeks.
It cannot be understated that the Browns also have the same record as the Packers, Coach. It is destiny. It's
speaking
destiny.
of that, the Browns can still make the playoffs.
Yeah, they can.
Did you know
they
that?
can?
There's
Indeed.
2 scenarios. One's win the division. They need to win out. They need the Steelers to pretty much lose out. And they need the Ravens to lose at least 3, one game to the Bucs or Chargers, then to beat them to be 2 or 3. Or wild card slot, they win out. Dolphins lose 2 of 3, Colts lose 2 of 3, Titans lose 2 of 3, Ravens lose to Browns and one more, and Broncos lose to Browns. So,
but it's possible. You're saying there's
possible.
a chance.
There's a chance.
As far as the Steelers are concerned, by the way, their next 3 games, Patriots, Saints, Bengals. So, I mean, they're going to have a tough time getting those wins if they're going to get them. So,
and the Steelers are on the downtrend right now as well, especially after that humiliating loss to freaking Oakland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then Roethlisberger might be a little banged up out there. So let's move on to that one. Steelers, Raiders. Who'd have thought?
Go
Browns. Yeah, go Browns.
Raiders.
Go Browns. Yeah, actually, yeah. Wait, hold on. Before one last thing, those 2 bomb passes that Baker had in that game, like that 170-yard bomb was incredible, and that was all over the place. But the other one that I feel like is not highlighted enough is the one where it travels 40 fucking yards in the air into double coverage on Jarvis Landry, hits him right in the fucking hands while he's in the corner of the end. It's just the most, it was so beautiful. I was just like, I wish. Oh, I wish. But anyway, yeah. Steelers, Raiders, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, Raiders somehow won the game. Dude, Derek Carr, pretty good stats. 322 yards, 2 TDs.
Yeah.
Doug
against
Martin,
a defense that is not exactly terrible.
Yeah. I mean, Oakland's running game is pretty bad, but Jared Cook over 100 yards. Man, I wish we had Jared Cook on the Packers still right now. That'd be great. Let's see. Defense, they didn't play too bad. Steelers just, like, no running game.
I don't know what's happening.
They blew themselves apart, man.
Yeah, Juju had a lot, but like that was it. They had no running game outside of Juju. There's like nothing. Defense.
Juju is a god, by the way, as well.
Yeah,
I just want
he's insane.
Those. I mean, I don't know how the Steelers keep doing it, man. They can draft a wide receiver wherever. It doesn't matter. They could go undrafted. It doesn't matter. He's going to be a fucking superstar.
It's called the Heinz Ward effect.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, the main thing actually is they lost Connor now. James Connor's gone.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you can see it. It's no running game.
To be fair, we should probably mention the fact that Boswell missed another 2 field goals.
True.
Which I still will always hate the man. Yeah, I will still hate the man for what he did to my fantasy team this year. Kicking. I mean, we said at the start of this year that the kicking for almost seemingly every team this season has just been awful, but I don't want to go on a side tangent because we got a lot of stuff to go over.
Yeah.
But for the record, all 3 of us did pick the Steelers because who in the right mind would have ever picked the Raiders?
Yeah. Even me with my crazy picks would not have picked that.
Yeah.
Well, other games, we had Titans beating the Jaguars, which, again, I thought it would be the last time I ever picked the Jaguars. Then I saw them, pull a couple of decent defensive games, and then, I was like, I'll pick them, and here we are.
Yeah,
30-9.
Coach was the only one picking the Jaguars for the record there. All right. So making sure.
Never again. Yep. Never again. Wow, they need to move on from Blake Bortles like now.
Bortles isn't even playing.
He wasn't.
They benched him, and
I mean, like they need a real quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I mean, yes, I agree to a degree, but all I'm saying is Blake Bortles is clearly not the problem. He is a problem for sure, but he's not the problem because they switched to Cody Kessler, and he can't make anything happen with their offense either.
Yeah, they have no real offensive line. They've
got nothing.
Terrible receivers. They got Leonard Fournette, but like he had 36 yards.
Yeah.
And then feels like their defense got figured out a little bit. Like even the Titans are rolling on them.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna argue with you, Rob. I'm no longer on board the whole Bortles apologist stuff anymore because Kessler looked better than Bortles has in quite a long time with the same offense. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, he threw for about 50% completion percentage with a 5.6 average on yards per attempt with a touchdown.
I think Bortles is part of the problem.
Yeah, he is. He's part of the problem for sure. I agree. But he's not the problem because when you make a switch like that, right? Like the Giants did last year when they benched Eli for fucking Geno fucking Smith. You're announcing to the world, our QB is the problem. We're switching him out. And then we're gonna win games, right? It's not the case. It wasn't the case of Geno fucking Smith. It's not the case of Cody Kessler right now. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, to be fair, that's not the only thing. Like if a team benches a quarterback, they're not announcing like, okay, we're expecting to start winning games. They could be testing out new offense. They could just be, seeing options and stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean a winning signal to the entire world.
But it means, right. I mean, especially in the Jaguars case and in the Giants case, that like, hey, we don't have faith in this. Yeah, we don't have faith in. Well, yeah, but in these two cases, that's what that meant. And and again, I mean, really, honestly, that offense is still they gutted the offense last year, and then they're surprised that their offense is bad. I just blows my mind. I don't really understand.
They need a running game. Their running game is just terrible. Leonard Fournette just has nothing to go off of, which also is
injured.
Yeah, it also goes with the line too. But the Jags
goes with the passing game too. I mean, if the passing game's not playing, then they're just going to stack the box. Of course, they're going to stack the box. If the passing game can't complete passes,
what are you going to do? Like, oh man, Keelan Cole might go off on us, guys. Watch out.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, just stack the box. Unless you were a generational running back, like unless you're Saquon Barkley, basically, is what I'm saying. Every running back's gonna have a hard time against that. But also we should mention Derrick Henry becoming the destroyer of worlds.
Dude, why couldn't Derrick Henry do that, 3 weeks ago?
4 touchdowns, 238 yards.
That is insane. Like, crazy numbers.
And they tried to go for a 5th. We were like, come on, you got to give him the 5th. Come on.
Insane, dude.
And the Titans are actually looking pretty good, aside from Mariota's, 162, 1-int.
Yeah.
Not the greatest stat line. They kind of
very up and down.
They don't have many good receiving. Like, they have Corey Davis and some of these other guys. I'm like, all right, I've heard of Taywan Taylor, but I don't think he's a number one. Like a Deion Lewis. They still don't have a top one wide. Like, they don't have a Devontae Adams or a Juju or a.
Their O-line's not very good either, honestly.
They don't have a Mike Evans.
Hey, the Bucs put up a lot of numbers with Mike Evans. They just can't score points.
I'm telling you, dude. Todd Monken is moving up my list of head coaching candidates for the Jets for me.
A lot of people are moving up on the Jets.
Especially after Flip got fired.
You don't have to be a picky eater there.
That's a fair point.
But what's the AFC South is just the most confusing damn division. To call. Because if we move over to the Colts and the Texans, how does that even happen, Houston?
Well,
and here.
The Colts are still good. I still like the Colts, but then the Texans are
But the
I
Texans
always think they're bad, but then they're good, but then they're bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's such a confusing division, because as soon as I get on I admit the Texans seem pretty good. They lose to the Colts at home in a pivotal divisional game.
You're sleeping on the Colts, though, man.
I am sleeping on the Colts, but the Colts have not. They've been so up and down this year too.
Well,
take a look at this.
Streaky.
Colts sacked Deshaun Watson 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They also had T.Y. Hilton with 200 receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically had no running game. Marlon Mack, 33 yards.
Yeah.
That was it.
Actually, coach, it was 199 yards.
I rounded up. I rounded up the number. That's what I did.
You wouldn't get the extra boost there from coach.
Well, the Texans also had no run game. They had Lamar Miller at 33 yards. They actually had the exact same running back statistics. 14 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown. 14 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown. That's actually really creepy.
Yeah.
Lamar Miller and Marlon Mack had the same running stats.
I think they go running back next year, honestly, as far as the draft is concerned. Because, they need some help there in that position.
Yeah,
Oh,
they got the line. They got the O line. They got
they got
Andrew
the
Luck.
O-line.
They got they really just need a running back, very badly.
Yeah, because you have to take the pressure off the receiving core.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what's the last Colts running back you can remember? Like Edgerrin James.
Edgerrin James would be the only one or Frank Gore.
Oh yeah, Frank Gore.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, over the years,
who's still playing, by the way.
Yeah, and at a high level,
by the way. Yeah.
What was? Let me look at the Dolphins stats real quick. I'll play as Rob while you guys are still going over it.
Right. I'm just looking at the upcoming draft. Even
Gore had 12 for 92. It's not bad.
Yeah,
still good.
That's very good.
That's extremely good. Yeah,
he also had a 24-yard reception. Yeah,
motherfucker's like Methuselah out there, man.
Yeah,
it's insane. Guy's got to be. He's like, I know that there's some discussion about whether or not he's Hall of Fame. I think, how could you ever say that he's not? You know,
I know.
I don't see how he would not be first ballot Hall of Fame.
The literal workhorse of the NFL.
Yeah, he's played on like 4 teams now.
Yeah,
and he has the most heavy metal last name ever.
Oh God, it is the perfect running back name, Frank Gore, and he's a power back. I mean, how do you come on?
Yeah, like what did the only thing better would be like Bulldozer to be his last name?
Exactly. He's the most football man ever.
But I mean, with that, the Colts are now bordering a playoff spot with the Dolphins and Titans.
What's actually who's leading that division? Is it the Colts?
Texans are 9-4.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're so 9-4.
And then Ravens are 7-6. Steelers are 7-5-1. So they're the two. Ravens right now are the wild card. Steelers are the division.
I say, what are the Colts' next games? Cowboys. That's going to be tough. Giants. It might be tough. Yeah, and Titans. Yeah, those are 3 good defenses actually.
Yeah.
So that'll be rough
for the record, everyone was on the Texans train, I believe.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
But then Coach changed it to a tie.
Yeah,
which was almost happened. By the way.
It is almost a tie. That's within 3 points. Thank you. I feel like when we call a tie, it needs to be within 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In order for the tie to count.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
We'll say that for next season, Coach.
Yeah, it's a good rule. Chiefs Ravens. That was a good game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good game. I thought the Ravens would win. It looked like they were going to win.
I picked them to win. I thought that it was going to be a pretty smart pick. They've shown they've exposed that under pressure, Mahomes has a little bit of an issue with really good cover defenses for zones and stuff like that.
Until he runs across the field, throws it across the field, and then he gets caught in 4th down.
Until he starts doing Patrick Mahomes things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of Patrick Mahomes things, you all saw the no-look pass, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like he was designed by the divine spirits of Paul Brown and the football gods to be the perfect football quarterback. Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
This guy, he's going to be good forever. He's super young, too, isn't he? He's like 22.
Yeah.
He's 23 right now.
Yeah, he's just getting started.
It's insane. He's going to be so good for so long. I hope he never gets injured ever in his career, because he is so much fun to. He's got to be like one of, if not the most fun quarterbacks to watch this year.
Yeah, it reminds me of when Robert Griffin was going off, but even better.
Mm-hmm.
He's got more throwing power than Robert Griffin did.
And what this game accomplished for me was that if the Chiefs are going to win, this would have to be a game that they would have to win to prove that they're not just an offensive fluke that have played weak or soft defenses. They have to beat someone the caliber of Baltimore in order to say, hey, we're in it for the long run. We're making a run this year for the Super Bowl. So and hats off to them, because I thought for sure that the Ravens were going to be able to take them down. They almost did, but I'm glad that they didn't, because this also sort of, in my mind, cements Kansas City as a true number 1 contender for the Super Bowl this year.
Well, getting Justin Houston back, he had a sack and a half, including I think that game-ending one against Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's going to be fun to watch too. Lamar
Jackson was really fun.
The Ravens really got I don't want to say they got lucky because I mean they freaking picked him, but like like
traded up to pick him too.
Yeah, like that's looking like a more solid pick as well. And overall, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of Mahomes Jackson duels.
Yeah. I'd say I was very high on Lamar as far as his general sentiment pre-draft. I was very surprised to see him drop that far, honestly, because he has abilities that actually similar to Mahomes. Like Mahomes has like this arm that is you can't ignore it. It's so amazing that I see why the Kansas City Chiefs traded up to get him too. And with Lamar Jackson, I mean, one, he does actually have a rocket arm too, by the way.
Yeah.
But his running ability is just it's you can't ignore it. He's so dangerous. It's so dangerous back there.
I would even argue he's more dangerous with his legs than Mahomes is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's not even a question. Actually, Michael Vick said, I forgot where on some podcast that Lamar Jackson is a more complete QB coming out of college than I was, and Vick, you'll remember, was the first overall pick. So I was surprised that they managed to get him at the 32nd pick, but I
thought the Steelers would take him, and that would have been kind of scary.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised they didn't, honestly. Yeah,
but to be fair, I wasn't. I'm not retro. I'm not hindsighting this because I wasn't that high on Jackson in the draft. But I mean, it's working out great, and I think that the Ravens are going to be real scary in next season.
Absolutely. Yeah. That they're going to have a rivalry between Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson, and that's going to be fucking awesome.
And speaking of Ravens, I think Joe Flacco is going to miraculously get healed from the injury he's been having. It's going to be kind of crazy.
I don't think anyone wants him at this point.
No, because apparently Lamar Jackson did get injured. So
I wonder what happens next year with Flacco.
Oh, they'll probably just let him go. I mean, I don't know what his contract is.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's my question about it. Is like, who picks him up? Because I mean,
there's plenty of teams. Cardinals, Buccaneers.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is like, you think he's going to get picked up to be a starter? Because I think he probably will be.
Yeah, he could be a starter in a lot of places. I mean, where else is there? He could go to
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, yeah, that's a good one.
It's kind of a lateral move, really. I think
he could even go to like Denver. To be honest.
Yeah, he could go to actually. Elway would love him because you know he's got an arm too.
He signed a 3-year, $66 million contract with the Ravens, including $40 million signing bonus, $44 million guaranteed. He's got one more year left on that contract.
Yeah. Or he'll be on the bench with the Ravens.
Actually, I take that back. He just renewed it. It looks like so. He becomes a free agent in 2022.
All right. Damn. Let's see. Here's a boring game. Lions beat the Cardinals 17-3.
Yeah. Yeah.
In what was a very boring, like, there's no exciting stats even looking at all this. Like, Matthew Stafford didn't even have a touchdown or an interception. Rosen didn't even have a touchdown.
I feel bad for Josh Rosen. I feel really bad for Larry Fitzgerald, man.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
You just want him to go to like a good team for 1 year.
Yeah, I want him to have, some semblance of something.
Hey, they were in the Super Bowl not that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a decade ago. But yeah, no, you're right.
He's committed. He's committed to loyalty. Like he's with the Cardinals. He's like, I'm here.
He's never going.
It's what Andre Johnson did with the Texans.
Yeah.
I mean, for the record, Rob was the only one picking the Lions. Coach and I went with
the and Joe Thomas with the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, wow. Imagine if he would have kept playing until this year.
Man. Jeez.
That would have been great.
Killed for him on the Jets.
Yeah. Lions win that one in the game of meaningless games. 49ers somehow beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach, what about that sleeping horse there?
Yeah, well, it fell back asleep.
It was, it seems Locks of the Week, Coach Crendor picking the Broncos.
It was pretty exhausted after those couple of wins,
They overslept a little too much there, Coach?
Yeah, a little too much sleeping. George Kittle with 210 receiving yards on the 49ers.
That man is like, you saw those. Did you see those big plays that he had?
Yeah.
He had like two huge ones that he broke off. I mean, he had the 85 one, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like you're looking at this. He looks like prime Gronk, like early Gronk, man. Like he's gonna be a beast, especially if, and I say if, because we still don't know if Jimmy Garoppolo is their QB of the future.
Yeah. I mean, look at Nick Mullins go. Look at him go.
Nick Mullins looking pretty good.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's going to get trade offers in the offseason, man.
Oh, he definitely will. I mean, there's a lot of good backup quarterbacks, and the Redskins don't have one of them. So.
Well, they did. And then, he also broke his leg.
Yeah. 49ers winning against the Broncos, but
idiot.
the Redskins getting blown out by the Giants. Blown out. Like 27 points to 0 in the second quarter.
Yeah.
For the Giants.
40-16.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat my crow here. I thought you guys were high as hell picking the Giants over the Redskins at home.
Never pick Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
Never go with Mark Sanchez.
Pretty much, yeah.
You'd think I would have learned that after watching him eat so many hot dogs on the sidelines for the Jets.
Yeah, and recover a fumble with his butt.
Yep.
He's quite terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, Rob.
It's the Sanchez.
Yeah.
We picked another QB from USC.
Yeah.
Yeah, but legitimately, I'm really excited about Sam Darnold, so I don't really care. But yeah, I mean, the Redskins season is over. Which
Josh Johnson, he didn't look terrible.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
You know who did look terrible? One Mr. Adrian Peterson.
Thank God. Fuck that guy. He can eat a dick in
My starting running back. 10 carries for 16 yards, coach.
Honestly, that's a moral loss for you, really.
Yeah.
16 yards, coach, on 10 carries.
He can eat a
Clinton Dix. He can eat a Clinton Dix.
And then say afterwards.
I'm still loving my 4th round draft pick for Clinton Dix. As I was reading the Redskins Reddit, and they were all like, "You guys can have back. We don't want him anymore." It's like, I told you, dude. He's not good. People overrated him. Like, I had to watch him every week. He's not good.
You know who is good?
What?
Saquon fucking Barkley, dude. Holy shit.
He is a monster.
He came in. I mean, is he like leading right now in like all of the
I was going to check
stats?
that.
You're supposed to be the stats guy, Rob.
Yes.
I know. I'm just looking.
Well, he's 3rd in rushing yards behind Elliott and Gurley.
Yeah.
He's averaging 3rd in yards per game.
5.4 yards per attempt on the year.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He's got 1,100 yards and 5.4 yards per attempt.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
he's
insane.
got the 4th most attempts on top of it.
Jesus.
That is an all-purpose yards. I think he's got 2nd behind Ezekiel Elliott by 11 yards. He's down. So, I mean, that's it's Elliott, Barkley, Gurley, McCaffrey, Hill as the top 5.
It's just stupid, man. This guy's so good.
Wait till they get rid of Eli.
What? Eli threw 3 touchdowns.
Eli didn't even look that bad. 3 touchdowns, 197 yards. Like,
I've been tooting this fucking horn too, same as the Bortles horn. And one, it's coming up. I'm gonna be tooting a horn here. Eli
Rob,
is not the problem.
You can't toot everyone's horn and then be like, "Oh, I was right about this."
I toot
everyone's
horns
horn.
when I see horns, all right? And Eli's got a horn, and I'm tooting it.
he's got a nice horn.
I'm just saying, man.
That's
Like,
the most New Yorker I think I've ever heard you sound.
Yeah, I said this on the NLSS yesterday. When I get indignant, New York comes out. All right, it happens.
He's got a horn and I'm tooting it.
He's got a horn and I'm tooting it. Yeah, so I mean, Giants, dude, not that bad. They're not that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're almost as good as the Browns.
Yeah.
they had some. It seemed like they had some like growing pains. With the new head coach, really. It's weird. Like if you look at if you look at their schedule, like it doesn't make sense. Their losses and wins, like it just doesn't. The only win that they had until week like 10 was against the Texans. who are 9-4 right now.
Yeah.
Like, and then they lost to bad teams and good teams, and then they won against a couple of good teams and some bad. Like, what the hell?
They're just all over the place.
Yeah, they're very strange team, the Giants this year.
Speaking of strange teams, the Bengals lost to the Chargers, but it was really close.
Yeah.
Kind of too close for the Jeff Driscoll-led Bengals, who didn't even play too bad. 170 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah,
it was close.
Joe Mixon,
there.
111 yards and a touchdown.
Not so bad.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers had like a mediocre game in terms like 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 19 of 29. Like, yeah.
Against that
without
defense,
Melvin Gordon.
They should have shredded Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Like they should have absolutely steamrolled them.
They need Melvin Gordon, dude.
They really do.
They've slowed down since he's been gone. You know, they're still winning,
they're
but
still 10-3.
Yeah. No, they're still winning these games, but like not as convincingly as they were when he was on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Are you tooting that horn too for Rivers? Are you tooting the Rivers horn?
Oh wait, he doesn't need his horn tooted. He's been good forever, man.
Next up, we had the Cowboys beat the Eagles in overtime.
Yeah.
Don't look now, but the Cowboys are looking pretty good. And I don't even like the Cowboys.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody was free. They're like, the Cowboys Saints didn't have a short week. It was Thanksgiving, so it's full week. Like, all right, I forgot. Okay, I forgot that was a thing. So sorry.
Oh, angry Saints fans.
Yeah. Well, angry Cowboys fans.
Oh, angry
Cowboys fans. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. But hey, Cowboys looking good. Ezekiel Elliott, dude. Amari Cooper, 217 yards, 3 touchdowns. All right.
That's so looking more and more like
I'm gonna eat. I will eat 30 crows on that one. Honestly, like that. I'm wrong.
It seemed like because of his concussion issues and everything, it was like, I don't know. But now that he's healthy and playing like this, it's like, all right, yeah, that's worth it.
It was so, like at this point,
very worth it.
This is the most. That's like almost the most worth it trade that I've seen all year.
Well, he's made it so
time.
They don't have to rely on Ezekiel Elliott as much now. Like he's become their Des Bryant, but better.
Yeah,
and not a problem.
Dez actually only had 1 3-touchdown game in his career. Amari's already got him.
Damn.
And Dak Prescott, it cannot be understated or overstated that the dude almost threw for 500 yards, coach.
I know.
And only 42 completions. That's absolutely insane.
And actually, by the way, 42 divided by 54 here is I
wish I had that fancy key.
That's actually what I just used. 77% completion percentage, repeating, of course. That's pretty fucking good. I mean, he threw 2 picks.
We'll
But I
get
didn't
Pat
see him.
Mahomes level soon.
He's no Darnold, but
is that Prescott's still been sacked the most in the league, 48 times. So if there's a weakness, it's going to be their O-line going forward.
Yep.
But
aside from that, they're looking pretty good.
Cowboys looking like they're going to take the NFC East. I mean,
Eagles continue to have good numbers from Wentz, like 228 yards, 3 TDs, but like they have no running back. They are banged up on defense. They have so many guys on the IR. It's just like they have the Super Bowl hangover. And a tough schedule. So.
They got Rams, Texans, Redskins. So
that's 5 straight
one
for
of those games. Packers Super Bowl road.
That's 5 straight for the Cowboys now. By the way,
it is.
They're fucking rolling, man.
They're the opposite of the Panthers.
Yeah, and all three of us picked the Cowboys as well.
Oh, they've got 3 very winnable games. They've got Colts, Bucs, Giants the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Dude, Bears, Rams. The Colts. You guys watch that Bears Rams game? Because I did.
Yep. Yeah, I did.
I told you, I don't think the Rams are that good. I really don't.
Hey, you didn't need to convince me to pick the Bears. I was already going Bears with that one.
It's just like, I really don't think the Rams are that good. Like after I watched them against the Packers, that first half we played against them, I was just like, I thought these were supposed to be like the high-powered offense Rams, and they're getting shut down by our mediocre defense. And then you go up against the Bears, like another like top-tier defense, and Goff 4 interceptions, no touchdowns, Gurley 28 yards. Like
they look like the Rams of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Hear me out. maybe they're not that good, or not as good as you thought they were.
All right.
Or maybe that Bears defense is a lot better than even people were talking about, because it is very, very, very good.
It is very good.
I mean, they've got kind of everything that you need in a defensive arsenal, right? Like they generate turnovers, they rush the passer, they contain the run, they do everything well. I mean, it's a really, really good defensive unit.
But they couldn't stop Eli Manning and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
just a week ago.
And they had they had some.
Are the Giants better than the Rams?
They did have kind of a difficulty against, like, the Dolphins as well, and the Lions as well. So I mean,
the Packers, Aaron Rodgers shredding them, destroying them, which he'll do again this week in a phenomenal win.
What I'm trying to say is that the Bears defense, while it is good, I don't think that they're quite that good, Rob.
They are who we thought they were.
Yeah, thank you, Denny.
I think the Bears defense is very, very good.
No, it's like
I'm not saying it's bad,
if not the top defense.
I'm not saying it's bad. I don't think that they're being underrated.
Yeah. You know what? I have another hot take for you right here.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe we shouldn't judge how good either team is based on a single game.
That's not fun.
It's hot. It's a hot take. I declared it hot.
Well, the thing is, the Rams also kind of shut down the Bears. Like, is Trubisky 1 TD, 3 picks. Jordan Howard had 100 yards, which is good. Cohen had like a decent day. Like, it was also cold, but like, Tariq Cohen.
It's Cohen.
Yeah,
Cohen.
The H is
silent. Cohen. Dude, I want to. Can we just call him the Cohen from now on? Like, he's a rooster. Like,
I like it. Yeah,
I'm down with it.
But yeah, like it's gonna hurt them losing that one corner. I think that if they play someone like the Saints in the playoffs or something, like, they're gonna take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's rough.
But they still have they have like, everybody knows Khalil Mack, right? But Akeem Hicks is probably one of the best linemen. And Kyle Fuller is one of the best corners, which makes me sad because I really wanted the Packers to get him when they made him that offer sheet. That would have been great. Dude, oh my God, if we had Kyle Fuller and Jair Alexander, mamma mia. But either way, Bears are good. I think they're going to win the division. They're going to play against somebody in the wild. Well, I don't know who they'll play against, but they'll play against, some team. And then the Rams, I still don't trust the Rams. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. They'll probably go on to like win the Super Bowl or something, and I'll be like, they're bad. And then finally we had the Seahawks and the Vikings. Wow.
What
Kirk Cousins. Fun stat. 4-24 against teams with winning records.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that one up, because I told you I was gonna toot a fucking horn. I'm ready to toot. I'm ready to toot.
24.
All right, start tooting, Rob.
I'm ready to toot, because you know what? There were posts on the Jets subreddit that people were shitting on Kirk Cousins again. The the NFL subreddit is shitting on Kirk Cousins again. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I understand shitting on Eli. I understand shitting on Blake Bortles. Okay. I do not understand shitting on Kirk Cousins. I really
can't win games that are important.
He does not win games.
All right. No, see, I'm glad you brought up that stat. He's 4-22 against winning teams, right?
24.
Okay. Now, hear me out.
Right.
Okay.
There was one team that won this game, one team that lost this game. Could you read me out the QB stats for the team that won the game?
Russell Wilson, 10 of 20, 72 yards, 1 pick.
Weird. It's almost like wins are a team stat and not a QB stat.
I bet Russell Wilson motivated his defense on the sidelines to carry that game.
I also think that Russell Wilson is a much better quarterback than Kirk Cousins.
I agree. Russell Wilson is a better quarterback than.
Now here's the stat: Russell Wilson, 61 rushing yards.
Woo.
Kirk Cousins, 5.
For 3 attempts, mind you.
Kirk Cousins in that game, by the way, 20 of 33, 208 yards. I mean, you could the touchdown.
He also
was basically
got a lot of those in garbage time.
Well, the touchdown specifically was in garbage time, but most of the yardage was throughout the game.
The problem is, it feels like Kirk Cousins just has a lot of 10 minus yard completions. And then every once in a while, he'll hit Thielen. Apparently, Thielen was like angry. He had like a thing where he's like screaming, like, that's been there all day. Like, he wasn't getting the ball from Cousins.
He's been roid raging the past couple of weeks. He might need to tone that down before he gets a lot of surprise drug tests.
Somebody said that we shouldn't judge a game off of just one game.
You're right. So you're right, Victor. We shouldn't judge Kirk Cousins off of a single loss against.
I'm not. I'm judging him off his 28 games.
4 against winning teams,
and he's a QB.
4 and 24.
Is he out there catching passes from himself? Is he stopping Tom Brady? Is he going out and catching interceptions from Tommy Boy? Because I don't think he is. He's a QB. He's gonna do what he can do to win the game. And then it's still a team game. He does. Okay, he does it. All right, hold on. Let's see. He does it. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at him this year. 370 attempts or 370 completions. That's a 70.6 completion percentage. 3,698 yards. A 7.0 average per attempt. 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 98.4 rating on the year. Does he not? I don't see it.
Did those stats help him win last night?
I'm just saying.
Does those stats help him get in the playoffs?
This is what I'm saying, man, is that this happens with QBs all the time where wins are attached to them, and it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Drew Brees was on a bunch of 7-9 teams over the years. Is he bad? He's not. Of course he's not bad. Drew Brees is one of the greatest QBs to ever play the game, but he was still on losing teams. He didn't win
Kirk
big
Cousins
in a lot of
Drew
years.
Brees.
No, I'm not at all.
But no one in the history of ever has ever said that Drew Brees is bad because he's not bad.
Oh, exactly. But if you look,
Kirk Cousins is bad, Rob.
Oh my God, I just don't know how a guy can. He has 4 years as a starter. In his 4 years, he is top 10 in literally every passing category. I don't know how anyone could possibly say he's bad. Now, is he as good as Tom Brady or Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers? Of course not. He's a top 10 QB. He's not top 3. He's top 10. So you go in knowing that he's a top 10 QB. He's going to have stinkers. He's going to have more stinkers than Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, or Drew Brees are going to have. Okay. But he's still going to play for you. And the thing that blew my fucking mind is that in the Jets subreddit, people were like, oh man, they really did not get what they paid for with Kirk Cousins. He's got 71 completion percentage with like 4,000 yards and 25 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? If we had that on the fucking Jets, he would already have broken a bunch of our records. It blows my mind actually with the
there's plenty of decent quarterbacks out there, but are still not winning games, and ultimately
not decent. He's top 10.
Ultimately, the only thing that matters is the only thing that matters.
I assume you said wins. Yeah.
The only
thing that matters is wins. You're right. And QBs are not the sole determinant in wins and losses. They're just not. They have probably the most profound effect on wins and losses out of any position in football and out of any position in probably professional sports. However, they still are not just their win rate, because their win rate is not that they cannot carry the entire team.
But you know what someone is going to say in response to that? They're going to say a good quarterback would find a way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's just bullshit.
I also like to hate him because I don't like the Vikings. They're in my division. But
that's fair, yeah.
That's part of it. Well, the thing is, like, I see the Vikings twice a year. They have a terrible offensive line. That's one of the things. They also have had injuries, but like everybody has injuries. He can say that. But it's one of those things where I feel like he's just always in a bad situation. Like whenever something like happens, or like he's got to make a big play, he'll like fumble it, and then something bad happens. Like, there he goes again.
Yeah.
So I think part of it's just bad luck. Part of it's just wrong place, wrong time. Part of it's just his offensive line's bad. And whatever.
And here's another thing. This is the thing that blows me away too, because like the thing that people are saying about the Vikings right now is, well, the Vikings aren't that good this year. I mean, you see, Kirk Cousins came in here to a 13-3 team that went to the playoffs, went to the championship game, and he took them down to 6-1. What a piece of shit. One, his stats are so much fucking better than Case Keenum all of last year. Secondly, it is not the same fucking team. Let's take a look at the total rushing offense, right? For the let's just look at yards, okay? Minnesota, 30th ranked rushing team, okay?
Oof.
2017, 7th ranked. Seems like a different kind of team. The defense is also giving up like a full touchdown more each game as well. It's not the same team. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll get off my soapbox. It's just
all right.
You know,
It's
peeves.
overall, Kirk Cousins is bad. Next up. All right. I believe that's all the things. So Sinvicta, hit us with those power rankings.
Thank you, Coach. NFL power rankings for the NFL.com power rankings here on NFL.com. Now, Coach Crendor, I'm going to say true or false. The Steelers have indeed fallen out of the top 10. The top 10, Coach.
True. That's a true.
That is absolutely correct. The Pittsburgh Steelers have fallen out of the top 10 to number 12, falling 5 ranks, Coach.
Damn.
5. Now, Robert, I got you here.
Okay.
I have faith in you, Rob.
All right.
Name, without mistake, this does not have to be in order, without error, the top 5 teams in the NFL. Does not have to be in order.
It doesn't have to be in order. Oh, okay. No. Well, Saints, obviously. Rams, obviously. Chiefs, obviously. Probably Chargers as well. Probably Patriots.
That is correct.
Is that all of them? There we go.
That is all of them. It goes Saints.
Wow.
Saints, Chiefs actually rising from number 4 to number 2, which makes you wonder who in the world put them over or underneath the Rams and Patriots in the first place. And then Chargers stay at rank number 5. And Coach Crendor now here with the bold predictions, Coach. Part of the one of 3 teams that have risen the highest. Where do you see the Green Bay Packers rising now as they have the glimmer of hope in their playoff spots, Coach? I will give you a hint.
Where were they at last week?
They have risen 4 spots.
Okay. I mean, probably like 18, 17.
They are ranked 15.
Ooh.
At 5-7-1. Let me read you off the teams that have better records than the Packers, but who are ranked below them. The Dolphins at 7-6. The Broncos at 6-7. The Eagles at 6-7. The Browns, who have the same record, are at number 19. And the Panthers, the Redskins both have better records than the Packers. By the way, this is all because of the tie. I just want to make sure that we're pointing that out.
They're also not going to go on to win the Super Bowl, so it's.
And here you go for this one, Rob. One team this week has fallen 6 places, bringing the worst fall out of the entire season so far. What team is that, Robert?
Ooh.
I will give you this information to help you out before you guess. They were previously 16th. They are now 22nd.
Is it the Redskins?
It is not, but that's close. The Redskins dropped 5 spots from 18 to 23. The correct answer was the Carolina Panthers, losing to the Browns.
Browns.
Go Browns. The Browns
I love the fucking Browns, dude.
They're ranked above listen, these are the teams that the Browns are ranked above. And I actually think this is for once accurate here, Coach. They're ranked above the Giants. They're ranked above the Lions, the Panthers, the Redskins, the Bucs, the Bills, Falcons, Raiders, Bengals. Now, Robert, who do you think is the worst team in the NFL, ranked at number 32?
That's really hard this week, especially.
Yeah.
But I think it's if it's not still the Jets, it's got to be the Cards, right?
It is.
It's gotta be.
the Arizona Cardinals dropping from 30th to 32nd. The Jets rising like the phoenix that they are. They've gone from 32 to 31.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you, Cardinals, for helping us get rid of McCarthy and fuel our Super Bowl road. Very thankful to the Cardinals on that one.
Now, for the final question here, Coach, before we go on to pick'ems, because I've got like 4 minutes left before I probably got to go.
Right.
True or false, Coach? True or false? The Buccaneers moved up, even though they lost to the Saints.
False.
Incorrect. The Bucs actually gained 2 spots by losing to the Saints.
That is.
I thought it was gonna be a
specific.
trick question.
Yeah,
it kind of was.
That's way too specific of a stat for.
That's why I did bad in school. I'd be like, "That's whatever." I'll just say that. Though. I should have picked it.
So there you go. That is the NFL PowerRankings.com power rankings for the NFL. Back to you up in the booth, Coach and Rob.
All right, wait,
Hey,
hold on.
thank
Before we
you
do the
very
pick'ems,
much.
just one quick hypothetical for you. How many Super Bowls do the Browns need to win for people to start hating them?
At least 2.
Yeah,
I think
2
so
minimum.
too. I think after 1, people are still pretty good, except for the team that they beat.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd still be a Browns fan.
Oh yeah, Browns are my second favorite team now in the league. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
Second favorite. I root for the
Brownies.
Browns. Go Browns.
So here we go with a little bit of pick'ems fun. First up, Thursday night football, Chargers at Chiefs.
Oh, that's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, and Melvin Gordon returns to practice today.
Yep.
Oh
So
no,
that's huge.
An actual humdinger.
yes,
Yeah.
An unironic humdinger. Coach.
unironic humdinger.
Yeah, I don't know who to pick.
Yeah, that's really hard, especially with Melvin Gordon back.
Yeah.
I
What?
think
I'm gonna take Chargers.
Oh, daddy.
that's a bold pick, Coach. I don't agree with you there. I'm picking the Chiefs. I can't believe that you're going up against your boy.
I'm doing it.
That's hard, man. That's gonna be close. And the Chargers have an actual defense, whereas the Chiefs pretend to play one. So
They're playing an Arrowhead, though.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Chiefs too, but man, I think this is gonna be really close. And I
Yeah.
actually don't think it's gonna be. This isn't gonna be Rams Chiefs. I think this is gonna be like 25 points. Like someone's
Yeah.
gonna win with 25.
It'd be like 24-21 or something.
Yeah,
I tell
something
you,
like that. Yeah.
I tell you what, this is going to be. It is going to be watched by me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I will
Hell
be
yeah.
watching it as well. All right, Saturday games. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Texans and Jets on Saturday. One of my favorite
Look at
games
that.
to watch. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There you go,
Um,
Rob. Who you got?
Yeah. You know what I'm picking.
All right, yeah.
right.
I'll take Texans.
Gonna
Because
have to go
yeah.
with Texas there too, Coach.
yeah. And then the night game, Browns at Broncos.
Go Browns. Go Browns.
Browns.
Go
Let's
Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Let's go Browns.
All Browns all day, every day.
Yeah, hey, it'll be a good Saturday.
Shake
Football
and bake,
Saturday.
baby.
Yeah. Sunday, Packers at Bears. Packers winning out. Packers are winning out, dude.
I'm taking Bears at home. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm sorry, Coach, but I got to take the Bears at home. And so,
All right, that's fine.
I mean, I'm
It's fine.
rooting for you, Coach. I would never go against the coach, but
Yeah.
I got
It's all good. I
I got it
understand.
here. I'm
I wouldn't be
trailing.
surprised if the Packers won though. Legitimately, like
I
they've
wouldn't
got
either.
the fire, they've got the energy right now. They're
We got
excited.
the energy. We're rolling. Let's go.
Yeah.
And if we lose, I'll be like, okay, whatever. I'll be very sad. Lions at Bills.
Ugh. Ugh.
Here, let me flip the icebreakers. 10. all right.
All
It's
right.
tell me Bills, Coach. Tell me Bills.
All right, screw it. I'll take Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm taking the Bills too.
All
That
right.
that Bills defense is legitimately very good. By the way,
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
The
Which
Lions
is
are
also
kinda
why
like-
our win is wonderful last week.
Uh-oh. The Bills placed Taron Johnson on the IR, who was their primary
Oh.
slot corner.
Mm-mm.
But I'm still taking them.
They don't throw the ball anyway.
It's the
I'm not
Josh
taking the
Allen
Lions.
show.
I'm going Bills still. Buccaneers at Ravens. Give me a Raven.
Yeah, I'm taking a Raven on that one.
Give me the Dirty Birds, coach. Dirty Birds.
All right. Speaking of which, Cardinals at Falcons. The bird battle.
Actual Dirty Birds.
This is gonna be dirty game.
I gotta take Falcons.
Yeah.
I'll take the Falcons. Dude, you know what? Beginning of the season, you think we would have gotten here with the Falcons this year?
No.
I really did not expect to groan at Falcons games.
Even at home, they're playing at home.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's not good.
I hate the Falcons, but out of all the NFC South teams, I hate them the least.
Yeah,
the less least coast.
Raiders at Bengals.
Raiders.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Whoop.
Did you just say you picked the Raiders?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying it. Yeah.
Although,
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm probably picking the Raiders though, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty even.
I gotta pick the Bengals, coach.
With Jeff Driscoll?
I gotta pick the Bengals, coach.
Okay. I'm going to pick the. Oh God.
Yep.
You know what? I'll pick the Raiders. Screw it.
Let's go.
Titans.
I don't care who wins that game, but I'm picking the Bengals.
Yeah, I kind of don't either, but I like John Gruden.
Yeah,
I do too.
Titans at Giants.
Man, this is the biggest trap game I think I've ever seen.
Is.
Yeah,
because you don't know which Titans team is going to show up.
Yeah,
you really don't.
To be
the one that beat the Patriots, or
you know what? I'm taking the Giants. I think that Barkley is just on too much fire right now, and Eli's got his confidence back.
I agree with
the
you.
Giants. I'm
taking the Giants too. Yeah,
I'm taking the Giants.
Taking the Giants, coach.
Yeah. Dolphins at Vikings.
I think this is a Vikings win. Wow.
Gotta go with Dolphins.
Coming off that big win.
I'm taking the Vikings.
Not looking too good.
Kirk, right. don't. Kirk, I stood up for you a lot this week. Come on, man. You gotta help me out here. I'm taking the Vikings.
I think the Dolphins just have a better team.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think with Ryan Tannehill, they have a better team.
Yes.
Specifically.
I think they have a better running game as well than the Vikings do.
They do. Yeah, they definitely do.
So, yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins. Redskins at Jaguars.
Ooh. Jaguars.
This is
I'm going to take the Jaguars.
You guys are insane. I'm not picking the Jaguars.
Remember when you said that last week when you picked the Redskins, though?
I remember when I said I'm never picking the Jaguars again.
Yeah, Coach actually said it.
But I think they'll stop the Redskins. They're on their fourth quarterback. I don't know. Even though Josh Johnson didn't look too bad, but still.
I'm taking the Redskins. Taking the Skins.
All right.
I'm doing it.
Cowboys at Colts. That's a good one.
That'll be good.
Ooh, man. Again, you don't know which AFC South team we're going to see.
Yeah.
Are we going to see the Colts that were able to beat the Texans, or are we going to see the Colts that lost to the Jaguars?
You know what? I'm going to take the hometown Colts.
I'm probably taking the Colts too, but man, this is going to be... It will literally be what Invictus said. Yeah. You don't know which team's going to show. Because this Cowboys defense is no joke. And
on top of that, they have someone named Amari Cooper, who is actually on fire. So I'm taking the Cowboys on this.
All right.
Yeah, seems fair.
I almost took Cowboys too. I mean, they're pretty good.
I'm daring to go against the group, coach. That's what you taught us every single day on the practice field. Dare to
go against the group.
I mean, Cowboys are rolling. I think you got a good shot on that one, honestly. I'll take the Colts.
Seahawks at 49ers.
The game,
a close one.
Yeah, the game it might be.
Of no one caring.
Yeah, well, that's also true.
I mean,
I'll take the Waterbirds, but I mean, I think it legit could be close.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take the 49ers.
I'll take the Niners. I'm going to take the Niners because Russell Wilson looked terrible.
Nick Mullins going to go off.
Yep.
Goat.
Goat. Patriots at Steelers. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Patriots because they have always gotten the Steelers number.
Yeah.
I'll take the Patriots.
And it's the Patriots. You can't pick against them.
Especially this late in the year. Remember at the beginning of the podcast when we had to address questions of like, are the Patriots done? No, they weren't.
I'm pretty sure that no
Why
one
did
actually
anyone
believed
think?
that, though.
I know. Oh man.
Even with none of us being Patriots fans, like we're not convinced that the Patriots they lose 2 games and it's like, oh, the world is ending.
Eagles at Rams.
Again, trap game. I can totally see Philadelphia winning this game, but they're not.
Too,
Yeah, the Eagles secondary is too banged up. Rams will have like a comeback game and they'll take advantage of the
Gurley
Eagles'
is going to
shitty banged-up
run
secondary.
all over.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm taking Rams too. But you're right. I actually think if anything is a trap game for the Rams, this is a trap game for them.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles aren't like fundamentally a bad team.
If this was in Philly, it would be a little bit more. You could convince me that the Eagles would have a better chance. But I can see them winning this game. I don't think they're going to.
Yeah. I agree. And finally, the Saints at Panthers. I'll take Saints. I'm not picking the Panthers until they win a game.
I can't pick the Saints. I hate them too much, Coach. I hate them.
Yeah.
I hate them. But they're gonna win. So
okay.
I can't rely on the Panthers because I hate them as well.
Yeah.
My first and second most hated teams, and they're going against each other. Would you like to be cut off my right arm or my left arm? Lock of the week, boys. Get them in while they're hot. Get them in. Get those locks.
This is hard. This is a tough week for this.
Lock them in. Lock them in.
This may be a little crazy, but I'm gonna lock the Texans over the Jets.
What's funny is my eyes glazed over that game specifically when I was thinking about which one is going to be easy to pick.
Yeah.
No one's going to step up. No one's going to take a Invicta page out of the book and lock in the Browns.
I was thinking about it actually.
I was
in
thinking
Mile
about
High,
it too.
so it's always kind of wonky.
Yeah, and it's Von Miller at the end of the day.
But it's the Browns.
I know. I actually have no idea who I'm going to lock in. I'm going to lock in. I'll lock in the Pats. Fuck it.
I'm locking in the Falcons.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. All right. Reasonable.
That's interesting.
I'm locking in the Atlanta Falcons, Coach.
All right.
I like it. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Even though I don't like picking another NFC South for a lock.
Yeah.
I'm locked in the Browns. Go Browns!
Oh, there it is. The true
no
lock.
one else is gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Go Browns!
I like it. Good for you.
Go Browns!
All right. Well, hey, that's week 14 of the NFL. We're closing in on the end of the season.
We think it's week 14 anyway, Coach.
Yeah, we think it's week 14 or 15.
We're going into 15.
We're going into 15, yeah. So
3 more games.
3 more games, folks. This is getting crazy.
And all 3 of our seasons will be over then.
Except for me. That's we're Super Bowl. Dude, they didn't even, on the Monday night thing, they're like, team's still in the playoffs. They didn't even show the Packers. Screw you, Monday Night Football. So dumb. Your announcers suck. Anyway, thanks for
for real though. Like, God,
they actually do suck.
Please, God, get an interim staff in there.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, listening. We're on SoundCloud. We're on YouTube. 3 guys talk about football. Thanks for the thing, and we'll be back next week.
No, I was doing the Sports Center
Is
ending
that Star
theme.
Wars?
Yeah,
You
it
can't,
kind of sounded like Star Wars.
You can't do Star Wars, Rob.
It sounded like the binary sunset. All right, I had to go for
Check
it.
us out on
All
SoundCloud.
right.
Check us out on YouTube.com/3guysandAbear. And
That might not get you there. Actually,
That's it's actually three guys talk. What's it?
one
What is it called?
bear.
It is the number three
professional
guys.
podcast.
It's the number three guys in a bear, all one word. He's right. It is three guys in a bear on YouTube.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Bye.